So yeah, welcome you all to our collective calls that we hold every week on Tuesday and Thursday. So yeah, just as you probably know, hosting these meetings myself, Ivan and Malika is also a helping hand here. And yeah, as I said before, we have 4 projects for today to present their pitch deck, talk about stuff, answer some questions, and so on. So yeah, proud to present to you Haley from CrossFi, then Ben, a co-founder of Hive project. Then we got Kenneth, CEO at Utopian World, and Ido, founder OneBuy.io. So yeah, 4 amazing projects, really tight schedule for just 1 hour call, I believe. Let's get going. And first speaker for today, I think is going to be Haley. So yeah, if you're ready, just go ahead.
Hi everybody, I'm Haley. I guess in the meantime, I can do a quick introduction of CrossFi while I figure out how to share my deck. Realistically, what CrossFi is it is a layer 1 blockchain. We are EVM compatible and built on Cosmos network. The Cosmos part is already in mainnet, and the EVM part will be in mainnet on October 15th. This is still very private information, but I will let you guys know in today on the little secret. So don't go posting it online, but just so you guys know, we're less than 2 weeks away from being fully EVM compatible. Our chain offers a very unique solution beyond us building a full ecosystem full of layer 2 decentralized applications that we're bringing onto our chain. When I joined about 6 months ago, we had a lending protocol and a swap protocol, and now we have over 400 projects waiting to be vetted as layer 2s on CrossFi chain, which I've brought on board through our grant program and also some of our in-person and virtual hackathons. Beyond that, so yeah, I guess I can walk you through this. It might be a little bit easier to go through it as we work together. But I guess I'll finish the last point, which is beyond being just a blockchain, we have what is a banking solution on top of our chain. So we offer a physical Visa card, and soon hopefully we'll have a MasterCard as well, that allows anyone in the world to non-custodially use MetaMask to load in their crypto funds. And then when they use that card in real time, and we are changing it from crypto into fiat or traditional currency. So how that works is we leverage traditional finance. So we're kind of building a bridge between decentralized finance and traditional finance to change crypto into regular money in real time, whether it be euros, dollars, Brazilian currency, and so on. We have already launched the cards in Vietnam. So our biggest user base is definitely in Vietnam. Why Vietnam, you might ask? It's because they have a very unbanked or underbanked population. So it's really hard for them to get access to traditional banking and finance. They just have their regular dong, which is Vietnamese currency. So now we're giving them the opportunity to finally liquidate their crypto, because when you're having stress with finding out how to get money, you invest in things like gold and crypto. So they've been holding it for quite some time, those that were able to do so. And now we give them a card where they basically are able to access and spend their money overnight. So it's a really exciting time. For us, we just launched there, and we're hoping to expand into new markets. We work directly with the governments to be able to follow all of the compliance and regulations. So we've already been vetted through the Vietnamese government to issue the cards there, but we're hoping to expand into new markets very soon. Currently, we're working on Latin America, Europe, and Africa, among many others. These are a little bit more competitive because more people have banking technology. So we're offering new things like cashback rewards, etc., to make us one of the cards that is more suitable in the market, as well as building out our ecosystem with very addicting and exciting games and protocols so that people can see our unique selling point as a blockchain. So here you can see what the app looks like. You can choose which kind of currency you want as the output and which crypto you want as the input. Our all-in-one application connects to the physical card, and then you can use it online, rideshare, Uber, Uber Eats, at a POS terminal at the bar. And the cool thing with us is that we work with compliance for every country, but in the technical sense, there are no limits. So you can do this with no limits at all. Like I said, it's non-custodial, so we don't hold custody of your funds. It's not like if you go to Visa Bank or Bank of America and at any moment they can hold that as collateral if we go into any kind of war or polarity. At any moment, through blockchain technology, you can send the smart contract and your funds are back in your ledger, back in your hands. So you own your funds at all times. We don't have any ownership over any of your money. So we saw the problem as, they control assets. We wanted to give a decentralized payment solution that still connects to traditional finance and the powerhouse that is TradFi. CrossFi real world non-custodial card. You can see what it looks like here. We can do 100 million Visa merchants connected, 2% transaction fees within, so we keep our costs very low. We can handle up to 10 million transactions at once, and it happens in less than 1 second as our transaction processing speed. Tons of benefits here. So full control, like I said, 2%, low fees, and non-custodial transactions. How it works is the user connects, they create the wallet, they can see all the transactions there, and then XFi or whatever crypto is converted into real world currency. Like I mentioned, we are on Cosmos with the EVM wrapper there, and we have a modular architecture which makes us scalable and interoperable in all essence. It's like building your own supercomputer rather than buying like a MacBook that's already preset. It's like building your own PC, so we can continue to build on top of it, make it more efficient, better, faster, and stronger. We have XUSD, which we're building our own stablecoin and our own token economy that people can use. It's always tethered to the dollar for quick and easy transactions. This works, like I said, everywhere in the world. Now we're just working with governments to make sure that we can follow all the policies. And this is where you can find us online. And I think I'm right on time if there's any questions.
Yeah, thanks for being in time. So as we said before, guys, feel free to address questions for the speaker in text or just raise your hand.
I see like your like unique selling point is basically fiat on-off ramp wallet. Why do you guys need your own blockchain?
We don't, and it's funny because we decided to do this secondary. They've been working on the traditional finance and DeFi bridge for over like 15 years now. The proprietary blockchain came secondary, and I think it was us wanting to first launch our own token, be interoperable with other chains, and kind of have that availability to connect with them on like an L1 level. We also really wanted to enter like the Ethereum ecosystem. But in essence, it wasn't necessary. Like I said, the solution in terms of on and off ramp came before the blockchain did. And then our founder decided that kind of during that L1 hype that he thought it could be helpful for us to create our own ecosystem and help pump the price of our own native token as well in doing so. So we created the blockchain as like a secondary thing to the banking solution. Also, we wanted the blockchain to be the representation of our foundation, which is our nonprofit arm, which allows for any kind of development bounties, etc., so that we could continue to scale and build new projects on top of our layer. And I think that they just wanted to manage it fully, since the application itself is non-custodial and the banking solution is non-custodial. We wanted to have full access and ownership of it and keep it decentralized. And the only way that we could do that is if we were handling the architecture from the ground up. But to answer your question short, the blockchain's never needed. I think it's just something people do.
Okay. Thank you, Razorblade, for your question. Thanks, Haley, for your answer. We have more questions here in the chat box. I will read the first one. Will you support all cryptos or only your crypto? What stablecoins will you support?
Sure. So this is kind of a slow integration. So the same way that, if you build out a centralized or decentralized exchange, at all times you're vetting new listings. So we'll do the same thing. Our testnet launch was with XFi. We already have a lot of new currencies that are on the list for us to, be part of the mainnet wallet. We'll do all of the major ones, of course, we have open source integration to them already. So we can, through our swap and our meta aggregators that are layer 2s built on CrossFi chain. So we can definitely access Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, all of kind of those major coins, as well as any private partnerships that we have. We're very pro interoperability. We'd love to, get involved in new ecosystems and new token economies. So happy to do that as well. The same thing is happening on the fiat side. Like I said, it has to do with working with the governments directly and which fiats we can support. Right now, there's a few countries that are kind of a major no, USA and Canada being two of those, which is really a shame because I'm USA native. But I think that there's still some policy and regulation around what we can do there. But the application, the product itself works in every country. Now, how we're doing this is working on a lot of compliance, regulatory, with specific countries to make sure that we can enter the market the right way. Of course, we'll have to do the KYC as well for all of our users because this is not a B2B solution. It's strictly a B2C solution at this moment. But we're hoping to add as many cryptos as possible. Stable coins, we definitely want to add the main stable coins. We're working with Circle to follow their layer 0 protocol. So we'll be adding that as well. We have our own stable coin, and then any of the other big ones, big players, I think will work also to hopefully incorporate DAI and some of the other major ones that we can. But it's all dependent, again, like I said, on who we're working with directly. We can support any kind of integration. We can do any kind of developer grants to speed it up. If they have some sort of protocol in place for us to adhere to, if they can make the introduction, we're happy to get it sorted as soon as possible so that we can honor that integration onto it. USDT as well. Yes.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Haley. Thank you, Dave, for your question. More questions. Where and how are you issuing cards securely?
Sure. So we have a full kind of biometrics that we handle, facial recognition, screening. We're always kind of putting new security compliance into our practices. Like I said, it's full KYC necessary. This isn't one of those cards that you can prepay. Since we do have no limits, we have to adhere to government regulations. We have an advisory board. We also bring on new lawyers and legal advisors in different markets that we're targeting. But we're always open to new suggestions too, to make sure that we're doing everything the correct way. When it comes to the rollout of these cards, how it worked for us in particular with the Vietnamese community is we went directly to their government. We have like a back-end deal with their government between us, CrossFi, as the provider, and then also the liquidity provider who's providing the token, the fiat off-ramp, and then also the Vietnamese government to make sure that everything is handled the right way. It was a lot of paperwork. It was a long process, and we plan to do the same things with other governments that operate similarly or to adhere to any protocols as we enter them. In Europe, of course, it's kind of like a licensing process. In the USA, it's a little bit more of a gray area and more complicated in Canada. So we're trying to kind of do it as new regulations come out and adhere to them as the process moves forward. In Southeast Asia, we're working mostly directly with their governments to advise for us. The company is located in Dubai as our main headquarters. We just onboarded a new CEO and head of Hong Kong in our Hong Kong office. We also have a headquarters there. And then we have the Vietnamese headquarters as well now, where many of our stakeholders and our biggest community is. In terms of what KYC and AML checks do you perform on users? Do you do it yourself, or what providers do you use? We are in the middle of working with a few different KYC providers. We haven't decided what the main provider will be for our final process. But right now we're working with MasterCard for that card that we're hoping to issue, along with the Visa card, to work directly with them through their new AI KYC process that they've onboarded. We're talking to Fireblocks. We have a couple different cybersecurity audits that we go through, wallet transactioning audits on the DeFi side. When it comes to the application itself and signing up. Like I said, we have facial recognition and biometrics. We'll also do like a full Google and Apple Pay that helps them verify if they hope to use those as well. Sexes, which could convert crypto to fiat. Are we recruiting? We're always onboarding L2s, and we're actually hiring for two very important roles right now, which is a CMO and a head of investor relations. In terms of builders on CrossFi, like I said, we have our grant program, so we're always kind of incentivizing new entrepreneur tracks to get paid to come and build new layer twos. I'll answer the last one, and then I think maybe we should let someone else get some time here. But how are we different than other sexes which could convert crypto to fiat? The solution is 100% non-custodial. I have this terrible problem with sexes where you can send them. If they flag it for any reason, they will withhold your funds. We don't do that. So you have 100% access to your entire wallet. If at any time anything gets flagged, it gets returned to sender. We have the KYC and the compliance in terms of how the charges are made. But let's say you want to make a charge and at a gas station, you want to buy a water bottle. If for any reason they don't accept it, it'll go back to your wallet. We don't hold it. We can't take anything custody. So that's kind of a big difference between us and a normal sex who can, of course, flag it, lock it, hold things as collateral. We don't do anything like that. And then, of course, we have the proprietary blockchain as a layer one. So we can kind of track it all the way down. And then also we hold everything in a decentralized way through the non-custodial wallet, leveraging MetaMask right now, and of course other decentralized wallets in the future. In terms of our community size, we have over 1 million developers right now on our testnet. We have 6,000 of the cards being issued in Vietnam, and we're hoping to continue to grow this. We also have about 1.5 million stakers that are part of our MPX, which is our staking token, tap, and gaming rewards, because we have a full ecosystem of play-to-earn games similar to like a TON network.
Yeah, thanks, Haley. You were spot on. Answered all the questions. And guys, thanks a lot for the questions. But it's time we move on to another speaker, because we got the second one, the third one, and the fourth one. So the second one is going to be Ben, representing a project called Hive. So passing the mic to you whenever you're ready.
Thank you so much, everybody.
Yeah, thanks.
Cool, very nice. Yes, my name is Ben, not Razorblade. I don't use Zoom very often, so let me just see if I can share my screen. Okay, so I'm a founder. I have like 7 projects that I put together over the last year, anything from layer 1 to AI projects. A couple months ago, we started building Telegram mini apps. I basically created this to solve a problem that I have in all of my projects, which is I got fed up with the KOLs in the space. It's really annoying part of marketing. You get these guys, they're very difficult to make good agreements with, they're flaky, and I wanted to create a way that could incentivize my community to be more active. So it's basically a social media incentive application. We're going to target Web 2 and Web 3, KOLs, brands, influencers, things like that. So I took a look at all of the other Telegram mini apps that are doing something like this, and they basically create a central node, and this node allows you to sort of pay to go on their platform, and they'll pump your followers with typically mostly bots. So I wanted to create an application that would allow people to create their own campaigns basically for free. And so it looks like this. This is the application. You open it, or you would add it to your group on Telegram, pop up the mini app, and it would look something like this for a user, except when you add this to your group, whatever your crypto project is, you have a colony. So when you open the application dashboard within the group, it automatically opens to your tasks or campaigns immediately. So a user can hook up their Twitter or Telegram and start doing campaigns immediately for the group that this is specifically in. The benefits of this is you don't need to go off platform to Zeely or Galaxy or something like that, and you're actually creating engagement with your community. So you can start rewarding them and basically build out ambassadors immediately. I don't know how much marketing you guys have done, but ambassador programs are typically $10,000 plus per month. This will allow you to do that just with your own rewards, whatever they may be. You can use any native token, whether it's on Ethereum, Solana, Telegram. We're probably going to integrate Sui. Basically every blockchain we'll put on here, so you can pay out in USDT or your native token. It's pretty simple. You go in here, you'll add it to your group, you'll connect or verify that you are the admin of the group, you'll verify the Twitter, you just start a colony. Basically, it's super simple. Connect the X account, connect your Telegram, and you can start creating campaigns immediately. We have a partnership with ShieldBot. It's a raid bot that's they have 30 million users. They're in basically every crypto group on Telegram. It's a way of like closing your chat and basically forcing people to interact with whatever the post is, like retweet, comment, things like that. And we can automatically create campaigns with those with AI. We call it auto swarm. And you just click a button, automatically all of the raids that get put into your group go into our application, and you can select the parameters, like how many points you want to reward for these campaigns. The campaigns can have any duration. So it's basically Zeely and Galaxy automated, and you don't need to go off application and create tasks, add new tasks. It's super simple. We will expand this into YouTube, TikTok, Instagram. Then we also developed one of the biggest problems is, you see all these Twitter accounts with 100,000 or 200,000 or however many followers, and they have a couple hundred views or maybe 1,000 views on their Twitter. It's because they're not real accounts. We give you the option of basically putting your campaigns behind some sort of verification process. The first one we're going with is you have to hold the tokens. So if you have to hold tokens, you can connect your wallet and verify. This allows you to close the campaign to only your community. And then over time, we will allow you to do cross campaigns with other groups. So that the people that are doing the campaigns are actual holders with real vested interest in your project. And then you can start branching out, partnering with other groups and bringing in interest from people that actually have money, people that actually have reputation on Twitter. And it's one of the ways we're going to solve the bot problem. So that's basically it. Super simple. We will then use this to create a massive database or Hive followers of people that actually have tokens in crypto, and we'll be able to create premium campaigns. People then if you do put a premium campaign up in our application, that the people can actually benefit your project because they have some sort of merit or some sort of reputation or some sort of monetary investment in other projects. That's basically the application. I can walk you through the deck if you guys want to know more about it. But yeah, it's pretty straightforward. I built this for myself because this is a problem that I have as a founder among my projects. It's cool that you guys set this up. I could probably bring a project every week to show. I have a lot of cool ideas, and yeah. So anyways, thanks for letting me come on and show you. We'll probably be launching this in a week or two. And we'll put a beta in a bunch of groups. We'll start in Web3, then we're going to branch out in Web2 and start doing some campaigns for brands, things like that, loyalty programs, influencer marketing campaigns, things like that. So if there's any questions, I'm happy to answer. I can also take you through the deck if you guys want to see.
So the first one is, what metrics do you use to measure campaign success?
You can measure all of the data. You can measure the views on whatever campaign that you create. You can measure the views. You can measure the interaction. You can measure volume on the chart if you're trying to use this on a token. You can measure if those accounts are real accounts or bot accounts. There's many things. We're going to build out a dashboard. I don't have a picture of the dashboard, but we'll have that within a week or two, because that data you can actually use to brands can use that data to target audiences specifically. So that'll be included, yes.
Okay, got it. And the next one, is it possible to sign up with waitlist?
Yeah, there'll be a waitlist. I mean, I'm not a waitlist, but we'll do some sort of campaign to onboard users, probably starting in a week or so. Yeah, that'll start in a week, yeah.
Okay, hope that answered the question. So yeah, guys, feel free to address more. How big is your team? Are you building this on your own? And maybe you have some like advisors or support for the project? So can you disclose that?
Well, I come from a team, and I run about anywhere between 50 and 100 developers, depending on how many projects we're building at a time. Currently, we brought someone on our team a month ago. He was ex-marketing lead at TikTok, so he's going to help us primarily with the Web2 stuff when we start reaching out to brands. He's also helping out with the Web3 stuff, building the funnels and things like that. We haven't announced anybody on our team yet. Our previous projects are doxed if you guys want to take a look at those. But when we do go live with this, yeah, there'll be a team. We'll be able to go public with it. It's strong. I don't know what else to say about it right now. We're confident. We have success from several projects in the past, so I think we'll do quite well with this. We're in contact with Pond Foundation and things like that.
Okay, thanks for that. And yeah, by the way, we received another question. So that was from the previous guy. So how do we get notified about launch?
Well, I guess you would follow us on Twitter, which we're probably going to start this week, then start doing our onboarding campaign. And then you can just follow us, I suppose. You want to watch that?
Yeah, how do you guys differ from your competitors?
Sure. So there's several hundred. The biggest one was Notcoin. You have Bloom, Hamster Combat, all of these. I don't see any that you add to your group when you allow groups to make custom campaigns. If you know of one, please send it to me. I would love to see it. And I mean, I've been in the space for especially down in the trenches, as they say, creating on-chain utility tokens for years, and I don't see anything like this. So if you send it to me, I would love to see it.
Yeah, I will. I will look for it, because I remember it was one or two that were making this, like, also marketing campaigns through Telegram. So yeah, okay.
Cool. Yeah, I want to see it. Thank you. That'd be cool.
Thanks a lot, Ben, for hopping in. Wish you best of luck. And yeah, let's move on. And we got the third speaker, which is who's Kenneth, representing Utopian World project.
Thank you for having me here. Actually, I was here before, but I was trying to explain it and I showed the video instead. And I think I took a lot of the time. I'm sorry about that. And thanks for having me on again. Today, I'll try to make it short and precise and more on the point. So anyways, guys, my name is Kenneth, and I'm the co-founder of Apex DAO, and I'm also right now the ambassador for Ripple Ledger. So if you guys have any projects that you guys want to onboard on Ripple, you can talk to me directly. I can help you with that, especially when it comes to Asia and East Asia. But besides that, let me get to my project that I've been working on for 6 years secretly. So yeah, I mean, I started this because I really didn't want to work. I just didn't feel like doing anything at some point when I was working in a company before. And I decided to find out ways how we can make passive income, how we can find ways to, make money with minimum labor effort, right? So one day I came across this commercial in TV in Korea, which I was based at back then, of LG displays, right? And they were showing it on TV. It was extremely thin. And I was like, wow, that's very nice. That's very beautiful. And this was about 6 years ago, back then, 7 years ago. And I was thinking, hey, why don't I use that to put it on my clothes or put it somewhere that, since it's so thin, why don't I put this somewhere that I can carry it around and show ads, right? So I came up with this idea of looking for display screens, right? I searched many companies who were making that kind of thing. And then I came across a company in China, in Guangzhou, and they were making this very thin display screens. So I called them up and then I told them my business idea, and the CEO liked it. And then we made this product screen. So we have this really thin screen now. So if you look at the screen, you can see it's really thin. It's 100 grams. And if you look at the prototype that I have here, you can just put it on your shirt or anywhere, right? So we got to the point where we have the screen and it's very thin, it's all working. But we had the issue of, mass producing, making the people adopt it. So I decided, we have to solve this, make it much more easier. So we decided to make an application that can connect with the screen. So now we have this Web3 application, if you look here, which connects to the screen, right? And then on the application, we have bunch of ads uploaded where the users on the other end can play the ads outdoors and earn tokens for showing ads. So that's how it started. It started with this thin screens, and then later we expanded on putting the screens on delivery backpacks, or as you can see on this one, which is also connected to the Web3 application. And then we expanded on to portable screens for your cars. And then we expanded to dog as well, the dog vest as well, right? And here are our prototypes right now that we have. These are the shirts. You can actually put the screens in your shirt and you play it, walk around, and you can make money from it, passive income from it, no disruption to your life. You can go to your school, you can go to your wherever, it's not going to disrupt your life. And we also have special screens for delivery, catered specifically for delivery drivers on motorbikes. Very strong, hard, durable screens, right? So they can earn double. They can earn by, delivering and at the same time showing ads to the public. And then we have, of course, for bicycle backpacks. And then we have the car. We have all the prototypes ready. And the trucks as well. If you're a truck driver, then this is actually very good because a lot of the truck drivers, they want to put ads and make money and earn extra income, but they don't know how to do it. So we're going to be the solution for it. And we're going to put the screens for them, and then which will connect to the application. And they can just show the ads while they're doing deliveries. And of course, since the trucks are much, much bigger, they are much, much more compared to the screens on your clothes and stuff like that. Yeah. And then if you have your own personal building, or if you have your own offices and stuff like that, and then you want to, have ads showing there and make money from it, passive income, just by playing the ads, you can do that too. So for example, in Seoul, Gangnam, there are a lot of building owners who put ads, really huge ads in the middle of the street, right? But I've talked to a lot of them, and they told me that they're very stressed out the fact that they have to call the media agencies and stuff like that to install the stuff, put the ads and stuff, and make it work. But with WeAd, it's just we have a dashboard, we have a platform where the advertisers just log into, and then they can put up the ads themselves, buy into the tokens, and they can distribute out to our users who will play the ads. And yeah, that's where we are at the moment. Yeah, thank you.
So yeah, we already received a couple of questions. So yeah, can you elaborate on the revenue model for users displaying ads on their screens?
So the revenue goes on to, for us, of course, we will have subscribers, right? For the microtizers, which is basically the people showing the ads to the public. And then we have also pricing for the advertisers, and they go to our dashboard and then they pay a subscription plan, right? And that's one of the revenues that we get. But not only that, we also have revenue from selling our screens. But you might think, hey guys, this is for helping the people to earn money, but if you're selling the screens, it's going to be very difficult for those people, right? So this whole thing, I made it for them. So of course, I'm not going to leave them out. So what I'm going to do is basically we're going to create enough screens, right? And then we're going to give these screens to the people who have low income for free. But those people need to show source of income, bank statement, everything. And then once we have that and we find out that they have low income, we're gonna give them the screen. So once we give them the screen for free, they have it, and then they go around showing the ads, right? And then once they accumulate enough WeAd tokens, they pay it off, and then the screen becomes 100% theirs. So that's how it will work. So yeah, anyways, when I go back to the question about revenue, yeah, there's gonna be revenue on the monthly plans, and then pricing related to the screens. And then the most important part is, of course, the tokenomics of it, right? So yes, on the outside, there are those revenue systems, but in the inside, the core thing is the WeAd token, right? And there are so many utilities that's gonna be used with that other system for the pricing and all of that, which works perfectly seamlessly with the WeAd token. So what it is basically the advertisers will buy into the WeAd tokens on the dashboard, and then they will want to distribute that tokens to the microtizers. So all they have to do is go to the dashboard, buy a bunch of WeAd tokens, and then upload the video that they want to show to the public with the amount of tokens that they want to give out to the users, right? So just imagine you have $100, and then you want to give out that $100 worth of tokens to 100 people. Then you upload one video, and then you put a number in there, an algorithm which is on the platform. 100 people, $100, $1 each worth of tokens will be given to 100 people, kind of thing, right? And that's how the tokenomic system works. But not only that, inside the whole ecosystem, we have a lot of utilities that's happening, right? For example, you will have staking as well. There's going to be governance as well. Of course, we're going to have real world asset trading as well, because we're going to be selling this screens. So yeah, that's where we get all our incomes and revenues most of the time. And I think we have a lot of questions here. How do you plan to attract content creators to your platform? Well, we're making a lot of we have a lot of good advisors, and we have a lot of good media partners already at the moment. Recently, we just partnered with Tilted, which is a very popular Binance supported TikTok style application. We just partnered and we announced it today, right? And they already have 50 million KOLs, right? 50 million, not KOLs, 50 million subscribers, and there's tons and tons of KOLs already onto this platform. We're partnering with them. We're telling them, hey, we're gonna advertise your program, your platform on our screens outdoors. And so let's work together, let's collaborate. And then those people, show videos like game live on our screens in public spaces will get rewards from both sides. So we're doing this kind of big collaboration together to make it work. And which markets are you focused on? Basically, it's gonna tap into every market. This goes to every market because, to be honest, even your local, pizza shop can go into my platform and then buy the tokens and distribute to the people and ask them to advertise. So it could be your next door neighbor, it could be your anyone. But yeah, that's how it works. I'm token positive, but why would anyone want to use tokens versus just fiat? Well, that's a very good question. So in Korea, we're going to do tokens, but in Korea alone, we're just gonna do actual cash, right? Because China and Korea, they don't allow tokens to be used as utilities, so it's banned. You can trade, you can do that stuff, but it's banned. So for those countries, it's just gonna be fiat, China and Korea. But the other country, we're gonna use tokens. So basically Web3, Web2 is gonna be separated. But why am I doing Web3 for other places? Because in the future, it's gonna be all cross payment, right? In order for cross payment to happen, blockchain is the key. So that's why we're going with tokens. Market regulation exists in different regions, countries. Have you started engaging with them? Yes. Yes, we're located in Vietnam, with who was it, Haley? I'm based in here as well, but our headquarters is in Sydney, in Seoul, in Korea as well. So we're working with the Vietnamese government, and my friend from APEC DAO, Nicole, she's very, very powerful. She's like an ambassador here for the government and all the blockchain stuff like that. And she's also our advisor. She's working directly with the government officials to make sure that our project will go ahead without any problems with regulations and stuff like that. In Korea, in 2027, you're allowed to put display screens on your car. So if you have your own car now, you can just put the display screen, order from us, put it on in 30 minutes, it's gonna be yours. You play ads, you make income, double going to work, no problem. Very easy as that, yep. So yeah, in Thailand, everything, there's no regulation. So Thailand's gonna be so easy. Thank you guys, yeah.
Yeah, I think we're done with text questions. And yeah, I got a last one to ask you, Ken. So since our last meeting, I don't know how long this will be, how long this was, maybe 3 months, maybe 4, I don't know, never mind. So what has changed since then? Have you made any progress, guys? So so we have like you asked me a very good question, because last time we came up with the prototypes for the screens, but last week we came out with a new feature for our WeAd application. So one side is going to be all for outdoor advertisement, but on the other side of the feature for the application, we made for mixed reality glasses, meaning it's for like Meta glasses, and it's for, Snapchat. They already have application sources where we can use to build it, right? So we already got all that information, and then we created a white paper just for that, and it's called Interact to Earn. So what it is basically through the mixed reality glasses, if you have it on, you walk down the street, and then you'll have a menu. When you press it, it says add on and add off, right? Which is connected with, of course, the application. So when you turn on add-on on the mixed reality glasses, you walk down the street, and then what would happen is we would have AI system already ingrained and integrated onto the platform. So what it does is it will show the product near to that shop
and it will pop up on your glasses, right? And then it will show on the side, on top of your side, in the right corner. It will not disrupt your vision of your vision. So it will stay on the top right side. And then if you can just look at it, but if you interact with it longer, what happens is you get tokens. So the more you interact with it, you get more tokens. Because we did a study where psychologists were saying that once we get to this threshold, like about 30 seconds or more on a product, you start to get interested into it. So we're trying to make the users, if you interact more with it, right, you have a higher chance of buying the product. At the same time, it incentivizes the user to look at the product more, right? So while that's happening, this whole system is working. It's benefiting not just the user, but also the people who are selling the product, the advertisers, and the user itself. So yeah, we have the whole white paper tech deck. We already have the cost, how much it's going to cost to build this. We're going to be the first ones to build it. And then right now, what we're focusing on is on a lot of other stuff, which is related to future tech, which is not just the glasses, but fabric alone. And well, in the next 10 years, what we're going to build is Freeman suits. We're doing a lot of sci-fi kind of thing, but we're going to build this thing called the Freeman suit style stuff like that as well. The reason is because we believe in 10 to 20 years, the world's going to be in such a bad shape that we need special suits to make sure that human can live without much, problems. Like, I don't know, have you seen Freeman from Dune? That's the suit that I really want to make. And then we already have a whole abstract paper on it. If you go here, sweat recycling, and then there's a whole abstract. We have all the sources and stuff like that. So have a look. We're not just building something for now, but we're actually building something for the next 100 years into the future. And then we have our team, which is very big team, our advisor, all famous people. And then you guys can have a look at that. And yeah, this is that's what we have gone up to now. Thank you. Sorry, I think I've been going over my time again. Sorry about that. Yeah.
Thanks for the presentation. Looking forward to hearing from you more on your project.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we meet next time. So yeah, thanks everyone for presenting, for hopping in, for checking us out.